Hello and welcome to another 5-minute first impressions. I am Anthony Malik and this is reviewyour.website. Today we will be reviewing artobox.com. So let's give this a go. Okay. Well, I must say I very much like the colours that are used. They seem quite familiar, but let's put that aside, personal preference. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of starting straight away with a pop-up box. I come to your website to see the content that you've got, and when you're kind of shoving this in my face, it turns me off a little bit. I can definitely understand why you'd put your mailing list here, and as long as you've A/B tested this to make sure that people aren't just leaving your website straight away, it's good. But just make sure that you're guaranteed that this isn't, sending people straight away from your website, because I'm not gonna. I'm not going to sign this up straight away. I don't know what you've got to. I don't know what you've got to give me. So I'm just going to make sure that I can click outside the box to close it. Okay, that's good. Right, let me see. So the first thing that comes to mind, this seems like a really well proportioned website. I really do like the layout. It seems very just well, it's in good proportion, I think. So yeah, we've got this 4-column layout here going on at the start, which is nice, and your menu here is well spaced. The header bar, however, there's something funny going on here with just these links. That we have, this is right aligned with this and this. Yet these links are a little bit over, so that's probably just each of these in a div with whatever padding around them. I would perhaps try and get the last to have 0 right margin or right padding, just so that it'll line up. It could just settle that down a little bit. The next thing, the email at the top is I'm not too sure how I feel about it. I think it's a good idea for a particular business if, for example, some like a physical business where somebody really needs to get in contact with you quickly, which it could be for this. You're an urban contemporary artist, I see. It's good for that. Otherwise, the email at the bottom of the page is where people are going to go looking for it straight away, and I see that you actually don't have the email at the bottom of the page. So what I would do is I would definitely put this in the footer, and just see what it looks like without it there. And but definitely if you want people to get in contact with you through email as your main point of contact, that's justifiable to have it there. On my screen here, your logo is a bit blurry. Yeah, there's something funny. Of course, now I'm looking at this on a Mac. I've got a Retina display, which means that basically all your logos have to be pretty much double resolution for it to look crisp on my screen. But I assume that if you're an artist, the people that are looking at your stuff, and even perhaps yourself, are likely to be using Macs and are also likely to be using high resolution screens. So I would blow this up to double resolution, and then scale it back in your CSS so that it gets nice crisp edges on it. Otherwise, it's quite a nice logo, unless of course that's what you're going for, and you're going for something that's meant to look spray painted, and I'm misinterpreting it, but it doesn't look, along with the crisp text going on everywhere else, this the blurriness in the edges isn't working. If you do want to go for the blurry edge and you're trying to make it look like it's spray painted, I would make it more obvious, as in make, for example, most of the letters completely crisp, and then have one letter very blurry, as if the template came off the wall or whatever it is. I suppose it kind of goes back to all I can think of is in that Simpsons episode where they're like, if you want a horse, you got to use a cow. If you want a cow, you got to tape a bunch of cats together. Sometimes to get the effect you're looking at or you're looking for, you need to, imitate it in a way that isn't exactly natural. So for this, you need to make it very obvious that it's spray paint. So let's move on. So the first thing you have down here, I like the way your header gets smaller. It's nice. However, it's a little bit clunky, I think, the animation, but it's It's actually quite nice. This hello box down here is exactly where I expect it to be. It's the first place I'm going to look as my eyes follow down the screen. I see email, Artobox. I'm attracted straight away to the faces. Probably this female face more than Putin in a balaclava. But then I want to look at exactly what you are, and I go over here and I see hello. I perhaps make the hello text a little bit bigger, but it actually works as it is because you're using a standard color, and the hello is the only solid black text. It's the only solid black text up above the fold anyway. It stands out well enough. So you've got your little description, and then we have all the sorting, and we have all the different bits down here. So there's a lot of information going on. I think overall this is a very well designed website. It's very well proportioned. I like the way these little, I suppose they're almost cards for each of your products are working. However, what I think could work better is if you had the box that, or wherever your image is, have that a fixed height so that all of the text at the bottom aligns nicely, that we don't have this funny stepping going on. Perhaps it's something you could experiment with and see how it looks. For me, I think, for example, this one is close enough, and I think it looks nicer that they're similar in height, rather than, in fact, these ones are exactly the same, or no, this is taller. I'd possibly try and just get at least these faint lines to line up, just to see how it looks. Okay, so that's about all I have to review. I hope this review was helpful, and thank you for using reviewyour.website.